Guys, what's good? Ludington's a very happening place in the summertime with Lake Michigan and all that. But where's the best spot to golf? There's 3 golf courses over there. There's LAKESIDE Links, there's Hemlock, and there's Lincoln Hills. What's the best place to golf in Ludington, Michigan? We're gonna give you an inside scoop on each. Stay tuned. We're out here, guys. All right, guys, getting right into it because we got a lot to cover. This first course is significant to me because I won my first Scrambles trophy there in 2021. Brought my boy Boogie out here, going into the clubhouse. Big shout out to Hannah because she answered a lot of questions for me multiple times.
Monday through Thursday.
Gotcha. Okay, prime rate 39 during the week, and then weekend 49. 39, 49.
Yep.
Perfect. That's what.
All right, so we got the price. Getting right into the practice facility. There was a putting green right next to the clubhouse, but if you wanted to hit the driving range and the other putting green, you had to take your car there. It takes about, you have to drive way past a few different holes. They don't really recommend it. So getting out to the driving range, you got to take your car there. I don't know the name of the street to take because they let me take the cart on out there past people to get this footage. But to get out there, if you see these big, long electric cables, you know you're going in the right direction. Let's get into the course manicure starting out. So these tee boxes, a couple of them, most part, the maintenance and the upkeep on them has been amazing, but they are a little bit tilted, so you got to kind of watch where you're teeing up your ball. Your stance may be under it, so just keep that in mind. The overall manicure of this place was really good. The fairways was good. As you see there were some dandelions growing. I don't know if that was just because of springtime, but there was a lot of blind shots on this course, guys. Blind shots for days. Please, if you're out here and this is your first time, have an app on your phone to know where you're going. It can be a very frustrating round if you do not have anything on your phone out here. The greens were in very good shape.
Good birdie, buddy.
Birdies are always good, boy. There are shots you're gonna have to play left to right, right to left, as you can see here. But other than that, let's get into the amenities of this place, you guys. Let's check it out.
Has anybody broke a cart this year?
Yes, actually, the other day someone even like posted it, or I think someone took a video of them and they flipped it. It was one of the new ones and they broke the windshield, and that also happened. Another person flipped one of the new ones and broke the windshield, and then
Yikes.
Hey, straight up, man, we got to do better as a people. You can't be wrecking other people's stuff out there. I can't stand that. These carts had no screens in it, but they did have a supercharged motor in it. Good Lord. They did have the Bev car homies out there, but I didn't know if they were of age, so got to protect them at all costs. You hear me? Let's get into that review. Hey guys, so just finished up around here at LAKESIDE Links. I had my boy Boogie out here. Shout out to him for recording me and everything like that. I'm glad he was out here because he showed me where to put certain shots. But coming out here, I had heard a couple, you know, from the locals talking down on it a little bit. The conditions and the manicure was amazing out here. Big shout out to the grounds crew and all of that. I mean, they don't have screens in the cart and all that, but for the price, that's why I'm out here. This is definitely a course to bring out the family. You're not looking for the biggest and the best. This course is definitely nice. I'm definitely gonna rate this course. The south was a lot nicer than the what did we play, the east?
Yeah.
The south I liked a lot better than the east. You know, I had a lot of amazing views. But I'm gonna overall base this course. I'm gonna give it a 6.4. 6.4. You're not looking for Arcadia Bluffs. You're not looking for, you know, the best of the best. But this course is nice. It was very well groomed. The difficulty scale, the south I would give maybe like a 6. There are a lot of blind shots out here. Be careful of that. But I'll give it about a 6.5, not a 6, 6.5. The east I would give maybe a 6.8, 6.9. Have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner ball ready. But shout out to my guy here, always coming through for me. Guys, this is Chuck with TGV Golf. Stay smooth. One course down. All right, you see it. Next course is at Hemlock. 79 on the weekend and 69. This heavily wooded area you're bound to see nature in its best form. You see there's a deer right there. And then I saw a majestic snow bunny creeping through the woods. But other than that, giving back to the driving range. It was right next to the clubhouse, no need to drive anywhere. There was only one putting green that I seen, and it was also on the way to hole number 1. Had a couple subscribers out there, Chris and Scott, and we had to test them to see if they knew the number 1 TGV rule. You guys know the TGV rule on the first hole? Nope. 2 off the tee for family on the first hole if you need it, but if you need a mulligan on this one, we're gonna donate to the military of choice over there. Anybody that knows me knows how passionate I am about my military and our heroes out here. So you know whenever it comes to something like this, I'm always supporting it. So big shout out to our vets and our superheroes out here. But let's get into some actual swings on the course. This hole was pretty cool to me. It's hole number 3, and it's a very risk-reward hole. You can either lay up very short right here. You hit about a 160, 170 shot and then lay up. Or you can go for the green, which is about 275, but it's surrounded by sand. It's a pretty cool hole to me. There was a lot of, stuff to go over on these holes. Had to play some right to lefts on here. So you had to be mentally tough on this course. Down a straight jacket, man. Right down the middle, you heard her. The fairways was in very good condition. This was the only spot that I seen on the whole course. It was a little bit wet. Scott right here. The greens was in good condition, rolling fast. Good stuff, my boy Scott. Me, on the other hand, could not sink a putt to save my life. My reads and my speed was totally off and made for a very long day. But we still had a blast, you hear me? Very large greens at this course. The greens, as you see here, I'm giving the optimal views. If you put these push shots in the wrong places, you could definitely get yourself in some big trouble. Looking at easy 3-4 putts. The grooming on this course was beautiful. The way that they had the sand going around the holes, as you see here, hole number 9, just absolutely beautiful. As I said before, there was some dogleg lefts and some dogleg rights, but it wasn't too bad of hitting blind shots. Signature hole here, hole number 12. Look at this thing, guys. What a difficult drive. You got to put your drive to the right of that tree or to the left of it. Then you got another shot coming in before that sand trap. If you lay up on the right side, and then you see a tucked green. Crazy hole. Getting into the amenities, the clubhouse was just somewhere to, have a sandwich, and the golf cart sounded like a YZ250 or a Kawasaki, but the staff made your boy feel like he was a member at this course, man. From the maintenance crew to this man right here, you know what? This man gets a GOAT tag. This is Michael Healy, the director of operations, and he not only showed us, a couple places where to push shots at on this course, but he hung around to see how your boy puts this GOAT work in on these courses. You hear me? But an important part of a course to me, a very important part, is our drip check homies. Do you ever have people come in here not tipping? All the time? Oh, yeah. Do better. Do better. Always tip. I stand on every word of that. Be cheap somewhere else. Let's get into that on-course review. My cart mates, they were awesome, man. I play with them every day. They were awesome guys. But this course, giving it a rating, I would say, I got people coming up behind me. I'll give this course a 7.8. I think this is probably the highest rated course that I have without screens in the cart. I would probably give this a 6.9. All right, my guys, 2 down, 1 course to go. Let's see what's good with it.
Good evening, Lincoln Hills. This is Ben.
Ben, how are you doing this evening? I was trying to see if I could get a tee time tomorrow, probably around 11.
I can actually get you out right at 11 o'clock.
Perfect. All right, sounds good. Hey, just what's the summer weekly rates over there right now?
$90 for a card.
All right, perfect. All right, then, thank you.
Yep, see you
All
tomorrow.
right. How you doing, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
Good. At 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Many times. What would you guys consider the signature hole? Would it
Number
be 11?
11.
11?
Yep.
Perfect, that's what I thought.
Your receipt?
Yes, please. What is the weekend rates?
Same.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's 90 no matter what.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Have you played here
Awesome.
before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Is balls included? Is range balls
Yes,
included
yep,
with the
yep.
round?
Sure is.
Perfect.
All right, you guys heard it. Balls were included with the round, so your boy did oblige. If you see out here, you'll see that these balls are lined up in a pretty awesome pyramid. Love seeing that. Brought my boy Boogie back out here because he worked at this course and he was a member at Lakeside Links. I forgot to mention that. The carts didn't have any screens in them either. Let's get into hole number 1. So hole number 1 and 2 is significant. I like it, kind of tests your shot shaping. Hole number 1 is kind of a blind shot, but you got to play a fade if you're right-handed. You got to play a fade around here, and then hole number 2 favors a draw. So it starts out pretty cool, pretty tough, but let's see how it goes anyways. The overall manicure of this course was good. I was surprised to see this on the first hole, and I was very surprised to see this that I had the chip over on the second hole. But the fairways was hitting very good. The tee boxes is straight. The sand traps was very well groomed. He did this on purpose. Don't let him fool you, because he blocks on your boy like that. Won't let me be great. Getting into that signature hole, hole number 11, this par 5. This is one of my favorite par 5s that I played thus far. Similar to Hemlock, you got to hit right or left off of your tee shot. You can be aggressive with this hole if you hit a good drive off the bat. But since this was the last course review, we figured me and Boogie would have a hole off, have a little challenge for this par 5. And Boogie put an absolute perfect drive down the middle of the left side fairway. And he was geeked. So I had to go to the opposite side. You know, we had to show the whole, you know, actual par 5 here from both sides. No, I did not mean to push that like that. All I needed was life, baby. We alive. I was so glad that we made it. So let's see what happens here. Shanked it to the absolute right out of bounds. The only place you can't go from this position. Sick about that. Boogie took an aggressive line toward the pin. And your boy had to drop, take that penalty stroke. I had to go for it, so I put an aggressive line out there, and it was all right. Boogie's chip went right over the flag a little bit. I had to put my 5th shot on there just to give myself some breathing room. No, you didn't, my boy. He did that because he felt sorry for me. I know it. Your boy had to muscle that in there.
Good putt, Chuck.
My boy, I couldn't see him like that, so, you know, we had to take a couple strokes off. But it was just all good 15 minutes ago. Always remember, my people, always be humble out here. This game is crazy. Let's get into that last on-course rating, my guy. Let's get into the conclusion. All right, so just finished up at our last course, Lincoln Hills. Ludington doesn't have a bad course, in my opinion. Of course, I think each one of these offers a different aspect to the individual golfer. Getting right into the ratings, because I know what you guys want. You see what I rated the other 2. I know the members of Lincoln Hills, probably the members of Hemlock, is like, you know, gang rivals. I'm sure they're not, but I would have to give this probably, I'd have to give this a 7.8, guys. I have to give this the same as Hemlock. Hemlock is $69, $79, but you have to pay for your balls after that. Lincoln Hills has a flat rate of $90 and balls are included. So if you really think about it, on the weekend, it makes up either way. So giving this about a 5.8 on the difficulty scale. Hemlock is a lot tougher, but where the open fairways and everything on Lincoln Hills, the greens make up for that difficulty. These slopes, and speeds are crazy out here on these greens, guys. So don't just think you're gonna come out here and just shoot, you know, amazing. If I was bringing out a date or a client and I didn't know how good they were for views and, you know, ease of playing, Lincoln Hills, but I like to challenge myself. So Hemlock, I feel a lot more welcome at Hemlock, I will say. Michael, he definitely took care of me, like I said. But if you want somewhere cheap to take family, I know my family, and you know, they're frugal, they're cool with Lakeside Links. But me personally, I like Hemlock and I like Lincoln Hills. Big shout out to Boogie, man. He rocked out with me on 2 of the 3 courses. Big shout out to him on the camera. All 3 Ludington courses are amazing. You can't lose. There you have it. We have all 3 courses in Ludington. I know you guys be second guessing me, you Garys and you Karens. So I went back to Hemlock, to a league, and I asked a few people. If you look in the credits after this, you'll be able to check out what they said. But I live by this. I've been in this game long enough. I know what I'm doing out here. This is from the locals. But anyway, shout out to all my people that took care of me. I got to meet some real ones out there. I'm gonna throw them some shout outs in the credits. But guys, you see the merch. I know you guys think I'm out here still playing around, but as you can tell, we serious about this and we live in this. So guys, be smooth out here. We're nowhere near stopping. We got a bunch more tracked. This is Chuck. Be smooth, stay safe, stay tuned, guys. We out here.
Lakeside Links, Hemlock, or Lincoln Hills?
Yeah.
Which one you picking? You can only play one.
This one. I'll play this one.
You play Hemlock. You pick
Lincoln
Hemlock?
Hills is really good.
Yeah.
I played at our lab. My other partner, we played every Sunday.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a great course.
I just want to know which one's the best in your opinion. Lincoln Hills, Lakeside Links, or Hemlock? If you could only play one, if you're out of town or coming to Ludington to play, which one would you pick? Lincoln Hills?
It's kind of tough because Lincoln's wide open and short and easy, whereas this one's tight and
Yeah.
narrow. It depends on your game.
So it's a toss-up between Hemlock
Yeah,
and...
I like this course better, but the experience and the clubhouse and everything else.
for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Lincoln's the best.
Perfect. That's what I needed to know. Appreciate it. What was your name, sir?
Ian.
Ian? And Chuck. Nice to meet you. Nice. Lakeside Links, Hemlock, or Lincoln Hills? What you choosing?
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Lincoln?
It wouldn't be Lakeside. I'd take somebody to a place I wanted them to see that
Yeah.
probably would be here.
Yeah.
Let's go.